Hello everyone, my name is Havian, and today I'm going to be playing some Sword Art Online RE Hollow Fragment. I'm pretty sure everyone that did watch my original Hollow Fragment videos assumed that those would be the last of Hollow Fragment, or that would be the last of Hollow Fragment they would see. I thought it was going to be the last of Hollow Fragment that I was ever going to do, but it turns out they threw it onto the PS4, and so here I am, all over again. It's the start of a new era. But what I thought in this video I'll do is, I've done a little bit of the game, like right at the beginning, pretty much. And I thought I would actually show you what I've found so far and compare the differences between this version of the game and the Vita version of the game. And honestly, it is pretty different. I didn't transfer my save. I am going to be using a new game. So I'm going to be experiencing the game as it would be for anyone that's starting for the first time. And it is different. There is, well, the storyline is exactly the same, but they've made a few gameplay changes which I'll actually show you. But first, you're probably looking at my character and you're already noticing slight differences than you would have in the Vita. Skin color mainly. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the character creation, and you can actually travel back to the title screen from your room as well now. So before I think you had to like restart the game if you wanted to get back to the title. Don't quote me on that. I'm just assuming. I'm thinking. I think you have to do it. But let's change avatar. And I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that were really hyped to hear that there'll be female character creation, but I'll show you exactly what that's like. But this game, even though you can create your character, it's still going to be like the Vita game. You're going to be known as Kirito throughout the storyline. The NPCs are going to still call you Kirito. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, you're going to be Kirito. You're still playing through his story. The avatar is mainly just for multiplayer. Alright, so female avatar. There's a female avatar. The only difference between male and female is the stance they take. So females put their arms to their sides, males stand with their arms a little bit out. There you go. There you go. For those of you that were hoping for sliders, you're not getting it. You're not getting anything. But that's the difference. They do give you a few female voices as well, and a few female hairstyles and faces, but that's about it. The majority of the hairstyles are actually going to be from NPCs you see walking around town. So let's say all the NPCs you see walking around town, you can pretty much just customize yourself to look like them. That's generally what they've gone for now. But it doesn't really, I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, the avatar is just there for multiplayer. So I can't really see them. I can't really have expected them to do a more robust system than that. You can change your height now. So if you want, you can make yourself a huge character or a tiny character. Be as big as you want. And you can make yourself as wide as you want, or as or as thin as you want. You can do that too. You can customize. But let me let me get a little bit higher or a little bit taller. And let me take a look at the hairstyles. Start from the beginning. That's going to be the one that everyone's pretty much seen. That's the Kirito one, but I'm going to go through. I think once you get to like 12 or 13, then you'll start seeing some different ones. Let's see. Yep, that's I'm pretty sure you'll recognize that one. Alright, now like all of these hairstyles, they're pretty much ones that you see on some of the NPCs around town, but all they've done is just change the colors of the hair clips and included them as actual hairstyles. And that's gonna apply to a few more of them. So you got these ones, they just change the color of the hat. This one changes the color of the what is it, a butterfly or feathers? This one changes the color of the hat. I mean, at least you have more. At least there's more. Alright, so those are all the hairstyles. You can change hair color, you can change your face types. Let me go through those. Some of them you've already seen, some of them are going to be slightly different. Yep. And then skin colors, you can actually change those as well. So customization it's better than before. It's better. It may not be the best, but I mean, honestly, in my opinion, for me, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But for some people, I can see it rustling them a little bit. Rustling them. But I don't really care about the character creation too much. But I'm gonna step outside and see if there's any more differences that I can find within the town. But one of the major differences that you may or may not have noticed is run speed has been increased, like a lot. Let me actually get out of here. It's either because of the high frame rate, it looks like it's been increased a lot, or it actually has been increased a lot. But it does, when I was running through dungeons, it felt like I was moving a lot faster. And that could be a case of the game just running smoother, and it just seeming that way, but it did feel like I was moving a lot faster. Now I'm just gonna chalk it up to me moving faster. I think it actually is faster. But I'm gonna step outside town. I mean, it's running at 60 FPS inside of here, but once you get into an area that is filled with a lot of people, the the lag demon comes back. The frame rate drop demon comes back. It's not even the PS4 is safe from it. So let's take a look outside. The game still saves when you leave an area, and there is going to be one save per profile. I haven't seen a way to actually save multiple files, but there we go. Now you'll see it. Now you see it. I mean, it's not running as smooth as it was inside, but the more people that fill up in there, the worse it's gonna get. I mean, they patched it before and it helped it a little bit. Or they patched the Vita version and it helped it a little bit, but you wouldn't expect it to chug on the PS4, especially when you got that extra bit of power in there. It's not doing too bad at the moment. Then again, not a lot of people have actually started filling the screen. When they start coming in pairs, then you'll notice it. If they start coming in pairs. But I mean, it's not right now. It's not running at 60. At least that much is sure. But enough of that. Let me go into some of the other areas. One of the major changes, or one of the major things I've actually noticed, is the combat system. They changed that a lot. They changed that a lot. So let me go into this area, see if there's anything different inside of here. In terms of what's around the town, it doesn't seem like they've added anything to the town yet. As you get further up the floors, maybe something will happen, but right now it's not too bad. It's not too different. The shops don't really have much in there at the moment though. I remember there being a lot more at the beginning. Maybe that could be a case of me having the DLC. The DLC costumes from like the pre-order stuff, but I remember there being a lot more inside of the shops earlier on. Or at least that's what I remember. And I can't tell whether or not this is something they've added to the game or not. Or if it's something that was originally always there, but the fact that I haven't played Hollow Fragment in a while, I just forgot about it. But when you equip a new weapon that you haven't actually learned any skills for, if you equip a new weapon that you haven't unlocked inside your skills menu, so they haven't changed any of your like weapon types. All the weapon types are going to be the same. And it seems like the position of some of the stuff are going to be the same. But they've changed the name of a few sword skills, and they've changed the name of a few of the actual skills. But when you actually, even if you haven't unlocked a weapon, you can still use the weapon and you still get one of their sword skills as well. I can't remember whether or not that was in the original, but for some reason I remember not having the first sword skill of a few of the weapons, but they seem to give you the first one. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, I could be totally forgetting stuff, but it seems that way. And it seems like they've relaxed a few of the conditions for your quests. Where's the quest guy? I run like the longest way around. But yeah, so some of his quests, they've relaxed the amount of items you actually need to hand them in, which is a surprise. Oh, and it's a nice change, because sometimes things just took way too long. But what I'm going to do is, no, I don't want to wave. I don't want to wave. Oh, let me see if I can, let me speak to Silica. The conversations are still the same. Like, they still make no sense, even though the translations are really good. So that's a thing. And there is no more penetration. Everything is assault. They have fixed the translations. But let me see if I can have a chat. Let's see if you actually start speaking to me. If not, then I'm just gonna have to initiate chat. I can't remember how they start chat if you walk to certain areas. Right, let me see if I can sit down. Now you can see the frame rate is dipping a little bit. Or it's not dipping, but you can tell it's not at 60. Let's see if you'll start speaking. Silica, sit down. Alright, now let's pay attention to the conversation. Nice. Yeah, even with perfect translations, there's not really much. Oh, okay, fine, Silica. She wasn't having any of that. Even with extra things, the conversation's not really any different. Doesn't really make much of a difference. So you're gonna be spamming nice quite a bit. Right, get out of here, Silica. No one cares. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is head into the Hollow area. I haven't actually done any of the quests in the Hollow area, so I'm gonna go into the Hollow area and I'm gonna take a look and see what I can do in there. They've made things a lot more streamlined in terms of how you actually find things and how easy it is for you to see where you need to go for the quest in the Hollow area. So I'll show you that. And storage wise, I can't remember if your inventory was 1,000 in the Vita version, but I guess you got 1,000 storage here. I can't remember if it was exactly the same in the Vita version, but you got it. So let me go ahead and head into the Hollow area. All I've done is complete floor 76 since I started. That's the only thing I've done so far. Alright, so let's go. Philia, join the party. Join the party. Because I completed the storyline before they done the before they done the major update to the game, I completed the storyline already. So everything I'm going to be saying is going to be based on the vanilla version of the storyline, or the vanilla version of going through the actual game, because I don't know how the story was, or I don't know how the game actually was after they added the major update to the game, because I never actually done it, because I already finished everything beforehand. So if anything I say applies to the game after it was updated on the Vita, then just let me know. But teleporting to the other area, now you can actually, I don't know if this was added before or after, but now you can actually see where you need to go for your quests. So you've got a marker here telling you this is where you need to be for your next objective, and you've got a marker here telling you this is where you need to be for an event quest. And it does look like they've cleaned up the map a little bit. It's showing you where you actually need to go, and locations seems to be seems to be much clearer. So you can tell exactly where you are in an area depending on what it is on the map. I mean, you've got the lighthouse here, and it tells you which area is the entrance, and it tells you which one's like the first floor, second, so on and so forth. Let's see, is there anything else around here that I can take note of? No, nothing else I can take note of. But I'm gonna go ahead and teleport directly over here. But in multiplayer mode, you can't actually access multiplayer mode from this menu anymore, but you have to do it from the main menu. But you can easily drop to the main menu by just going back to your room, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But it does look like in multiplayer mode, all of the areas are unlocked. I can only visit these two in offline mode, but it did seem like I could access the whole area or the whole world in multiplayer mode. So I need to test that out a little bit more. You can still do multiplayer mode with just your NPCs. So that's worth trying out. So let's see what the Hollow area is like. All right, so I'm slightly safe here. So where was it that I needed to go? Already, as usual, I'm getting lost. All right, so it's showing all of the Hollow missions that are dotted around, and it looks like, oh my god. It looks like you're, I need to check something. I need to see whether or not your online progress is the same as your offline progress. Because yesterday I was at area rank 2, like halfway into area rank 2, and it's dropped down to 1 this quick. There's no way it decays this quick. And Hollow points is there at 10, and I'm pretty sure I had a couple thousand yesterday online. So I'm gonna need to check that. And the first boss is active. Why is that active already? Wait, why is the first boss active? Why is it showing up on there? I haven't actually done it. Alright, the first boss is there. It's showing the first boss is actually active, but I'm pretty sure usually it doesn't show that boss there until you've actually got to that point in the storyline. And I'm pretty sure it's not gonna allow me to go in there because I haven't progressed that. You know what? Let me try it. Let me see. Let me see. I mean, I've done that boss online, but I'm not entirely sure why it's still showing up offline. Because I haven't actually done the storyline. Is it gonna actually let me in though? It is. Oh, and another thing is when you're being chased by enemies, you can still open doors, which is delicious, which is nice. All right, 126. I don't want to do that. I need to avoid that little thing. Just like the Vita version of the game, you're going to be spending most of your time searching through the hollow area for weapons and stuff. All right, so there's the door for the mission. Can I actually waltz in there and just do the boss? Will it let me? All right, now you're going to see combat. Pay attention to my sword skills when I use them. And pay attention to my SP. You're not seeing any SP go down. You're not seeing any SP go down whatsoever. And you're probably thinking, why? Why aren't you losing SP? And why are the sword skills named that way? That's not what I remember them being named. They've added cooldowns to your sword skills, so you can't spam them anymore. Spamming's not going to be a thing anymore, and they've stopped them actually costing SP. So there's that. So you can use them. You can still do OSS. You need to unlock it just like before. No, filler, I don't want to speak to you. It won't open. Alright, yeah, so I can't actually go into there yet. But the quest is still, not the quest, the boss is still showing up on the list. Which is kind of odd. You're going to have to do the previous bits of the story before you can actually get in there. Well, yeah, they've changed the combat. The combat is going to function a little differently now. Oh my, I hate these puddles. Come on now, let's get some runs. Let's get some run speed on. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. But now I'm going to try and head to the area I'm meant to be in. And see what's over there. Alright, what area was I meant to be in? Okay. I need to go to my left. I should have. Why did it? Okay, I need to unlock the teleport point over there. So I need to go to the left. I need to go down there. Or at least I hope it's this side. All the enemies seem to be pretty low level, but in the online mode, when you're actually playing online, you can change the level of the enemies by changing the difficulty setting. So there's a good chance you'll be able to find easier ways to level up in the online mode, because you can make areas that you're comfortable with higher level. But I'll need to actually mess around with that a little bit more. Alright, so we've got a quest marker here. Setting skills and icons. Already, I've already set that stuff. I've already set all that stuff. This is probably just gonna go through. This is going through all the tutorials of like all the stuff you can actually set to your palette. But you can still access everything through the battle menu, so you don't need to worry about that. So I'm gonna use EXP gain, and they trigger instantly. You don't have to stand there with your arm up in the air triggering your skills. They just activate, which is nice. I don't know if that's gonna apply to every single skill in the game, but so far the skills that I've been using don't have a casting time. So there's that. Why did that go so slow? What the hell was that?
Nice.
Alright. So let's take on this first boss. I do want to actually, let me take a look. Now that I've got a buff on, let's see if it tells you the time that's left on there. Nope. And is there a way to remove them yet? Nope. It doesn't seem that way. So if you want to delete something, sometimes I want to deactivate buffs, but it doesn't seem like you can. And I want to see how many buffs I can stack up before things get like shoved up the list. But we've got a first boss here, or not even a boss, a first NM. Let's take a look and see what he's like. So I have unlocked OSS, so I can do those. But you can't really spam everything. But at the same time, you can't spam everything. But right now I don't see the use for burst. They've made it less likely for me to even want to use burst again. I mean, when I was playing for the storyline originally, I did use burst. I used it a lot. I used it to complete just pretty much complete the storyline. But now that they've changed the combat system like this, it feels like I don't even need it from the beginning. I don't know, I'm probably going to have to mess with it a little bit more to see if it's actually worth it, but from the looks of it now, because the sword skills have got cooldowns, I can just use my sword skills. And I can remove my buffs directly, I can remove my buffs from the, I don't know, what do you call it, quick bar or quick slots? I can remove it from my quick slots, and then just use my buffs directly from the L1 and R1 menu. Alright, I guess I'm back. Guess I'm back in the inn. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I wanted to really show you for now. After that cutscene, it threw me back. After I found an item at Philia, it threw me back to the town. Or it threw me back here. So if you're wondering how I ended up back here, it just sent me back here after that I completed that quest, and it just made me sit through like a long cutscene. But just like the original Hollow Fragment videos I'm going to do, I'm not going to be focusing on story, I'm just going to be focusing on my journey through the game. So I guess you get to see that again, but differently. And I guess you get to see that more often, because I didn't really, when I was playing through the actual storyline of the game, by like 12 videos in, or 12, after like 12 videos I made, I'd already completed the storyline. Hopefully it's not going to be the same for this one. Hopefully I'll be able to make more things and show you my progress as I go through. Because I'm starting fresh. And I'm pretty sure new things that I discover are going to pop up every now and then. But that's what I found so far. Those are the differences I found so far between this version and the Vita version. And I haven't really done anything in the storyline at all. But I am going to be, if you want to see the storyline, or if you want to, it's not really storyline, but if you want to see me play the game more often, I'm going to be on Twitch TV/Havian. I was streaming yesterday, explaining a few things for people so they can actually see what the game is actually like, but I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be on there pretty frequently. My usual days of being in there on Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 6 PM BST or GMT +1. That's likely to change when the summer ends and go back to normal GMT, but 6 PM GMT +1 for now, or BST. So if you want, you can go over and check it out. That's usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I've been doing it at random times during the week as well. So Twitter will probably be the best place to follow me if you want to stay up to date with that. But if you just want to see these videos and you're not subscribed, then I suggest you do. I suggest you subscribe, and I suggest you send this video to your friends if you want them to know about RE Hollow Fragment, or if you want them to know the differences between the Vita version or the PS4 version, or if you just want to know if this game is going to be worth actually buying. But more videos will be coming soon, and until I make those, I'll see you all later.